What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video, and today we are going to be doing part 3 to the Missy and CPT's production guide. I have already uploaded part 1. Part 2 is being uploaded as we speak, and part 3 is obviously right here. So, if you have not already, please hit that like and subscribe button. I apologize, it's taken me a little bit to get these videos made because not only have I been dealing with some family emergencies, I have been I've been working on this and then racking my brain and cross-checking everything because I wanted to make 100% sure that we were in fact doing everything that we should be doing correctly. So after making several adjustments and going back and redoing everything, this is the final product, and you guys will be able to either download this as a PDF or a Word document because it has been uploaded to the Discord, which I will put the Discord code in the description of this video. It's already in the description of part 1, and it will be in the description of part 2 and part 3. And if you guys want to print it, then you'll be able to do that. But if you wanted to just keep the screenshots, you can do that as well because the screenshots have been uploaded to Discord. All right. So we left off with the furniture shop, and we had went through and talked about how you're going to make chairs during your day and make the 5 blue tecks at night and purchasing all the anytime you see shovels, tape, whatever. Okay. So we finished up there. Now we are on to our fashion shop. Now the fashion shop is very simple. Okay. This one gave me no trouble at all. And basically you're going to take the 30 tape that you made during your daytime run in the hardware store, because in your hardware shop, you're making 42 hammers and 30 tape during the day. So 480 minutes is spent making tape. You're going to take that tape and you're going to turn it into caps, baseball caps. Okay. Now these caps, you're going to make day and night. It's very simple. That's all you're making in your fashion store. However, okay, if you can find glue on the global market, and this is the next thing I'm about to say is very important, so pay attention. If you can find glue and you have already filled your garden shop with gnomes, so you have 11 gnomes making, okay? You have extra glue, because the glue is better spent making gnomes than it is on shoes. Okay, but if you have extra glue, even if you wanted to hold the glue till the next day to make gnomes the next day, it would be more beneficial. But let's say that you had extra and you wanted to, you were already full of gnomes and whatnot, you could make shoes for a higher profit than caps. Just want to make that clear. Okay, so anytime that you have extra glue, make shoes after the caps. All right. So that takes care of that. Now, the fast food shop. This one is kind of a pain in the butt. And anybody who plays the game already knows this from playing the game, that the fast food shop is very, very difficult to keep running. I know I did forget to tell you guys to hit that like and subscribe button. So please do that and comment and all that good shit so that you guys are getting updates when I put out new videos. I normally put out videos at least every day or every couple days, but because of this family emergency, I haven't done a whole lot this week. So I apologize for that, but I have a life too. So, and I also run a crime and community page for the city that I live in. I do a lot of shit. I don't just focus on this game. So anyway, hit that like and subscribe button. It'll help me out. Okay? We're almost up to like 300 subscribers. I know it's not a lot for, most people, but it's a lot to me. So the more people I can help, the better. All right, fast food shop, 16-hour day, 8 hour sleep. But here's the thing. You have a guaranteed 6 pink drinks making because of the 6 melons that you made at night in your barn. Now, that's about all you have guaranteed money coming in as far as this shop goes. So I'm going to read to you guys what this says. It says produce 6 times pink drinks. Doesn't really matter if you do it during the day or night, unless you are able to purchase other materials. Okay? Then you would want to shift them for nighttime. So because they take 48 minutes. Now, I'm going to read to you guys what the paper says. And it says, note, this shop is very hard to keep running full time because every item in this shop calls for materials that are made from the barn that are needed. You would need, okay, so like melon, flour, cream, corn, whatever. It's important to keep all your shops running full time. In order to run this shop full time and make the most money, hang on, it's easier for me to zoom out and read it. In order for you to run this shop full time and make the most money, you will have to purchase your materials needed. I'm going to list the items in order from the highest profit to the least profit based on purchased materials. Number 1, highest profit, ice cream. Number 2, pizza. Now, keep in mind, you do have 2 extra flour a day that you could use to pizza, okay? Burgers are in 3rd place. Fries in 4th place. Popcorn in 5th place. And pink drinks in 6th place. Notice how, and it says in the notes, it says, notice how pink drinks turn the least profit when the materials are purchased versus made. We can make 6 times melons at night and convert to pink drinks for more money than if we were to make cheese and beef for pizza or rolls and cream for ice cream, etc. What this means is if you're able to purchase any items from the barn, that you do so to make those items. Making ice cream is your best moneymaker with materials purchased. Making pink drinks is your highest profit item for materials that have been produced. Okay? Tip. Save the 2 times extra flour until you can buy beef or cheese on the global market to make pizza. Do your best to run the fast food shop as much as possible, but again, you guys, it really just depends on what items you're able to find on the global market. Now, I do want to tell you guys this though. A lot, and this is what I can't figure out. I was talking to you guys about this, I believe in part 1, when I said that I didn't understand why so many people made items that make the least profit in the game. Now, this really got to me. I was like thinking, I'm like, why are so many people doing this, you know? Because let's face it, the moment that you unlock burgers, your global market floods with them, right? So I thought, why are so many people making burgers when they clearly don't make a very good profit? Now, if you were to want to make a burger, you would have to run your fast food shop with burgers, right? And burgers make, let's see, in 28 minutes. They sell for $3,620. They sell for the highest amount in the game. They are the highest priced item in the whole game, okay? So this is what's tricking people. Because it's the highest priced item, they make it assuming that because it's the highest priced, that it's the highest profit. And that is stupid, okay? That is not true. Because here's what's happening. In order for you to make a burger, you have to make spatulas, okay? Which already turn a really crappy profit in comparison to the other items able to be made in the hardware store. Then you have to take those spatulas and you have to cut your profits in your appliance shop to make barbecues, because barbecues take quite some time themselves. So you're losing, you've just lost money in your hardware store by making the spats. You've lost money in your appliance store by making the barbecues. Okay. Then you lost money in your barn to make the beef and the cream. And then you lost money in your donut shop to make the rolls. Okay. So now you've lost money pretty much in every shop, because now you're unable to make your chairs because you don't have hammers because you're making spatulas. You're unable to make your, what do you make in the garden store? You make what the fuck am I, dude, I don't know why my brain just went, okay, I don't think it affects the garden store. Yeah, no, it does. Because you need shovels to make saps. That's right. Okay, so in order to make the shovels to make saps in the barn, and the barn to make melons to make pink drinks, so you've literally just lost money in every shop. Every one of them. Besides the fashion store. Nope. Oh, you lost money there too. Because now you're unable to make tape. So yeah, you lost money in every single shop by making burgers. Okay? So it's very important that, and this is what I was talking about when I said that we cross-checked every item combination in the game. Because if you were to look at the profit, you would go, okay, if I make this material, if I make these materials to make this item, I make this much money. If I make this material to make this item, I make this much money. And then you compare the two and you say, okay, I make more money making this than I do this, right? So essentially, in my mind, if you are choosing to make an item that turns a lower profit than the other, then you are making less money, and in turn, you're not, in my mind, you're losing money. Okay? It's just a perspective thing. If I can make more money and I'm choosing not to, I see it as I'm losing out on something I could have had. Okay? So technically, you're not out any money because you never had it, but you're missing out on the opportunity to get it. Okay? So if you choose to make burgers, you're losing money everywhere. So at the end of the day, if you were to run your shops to make burgers, let's say you were to run every shop to make burgers. So you're running spatulas all day, you're running beef and cream and flour. Look how many beef and cream and flour is needed to go into a burger, because you have to make the bread roll too. So you need 2 cream. Okay. No, you need 1 cream, 2 flour, right? To make the bread roll. Then you need a beef. And then you need to take that bread roll, the beef, and the barbecue and convert it into a burger. Now, is it more profitable? Let's say you were to purchase the materials. Okay. So you purchased a bread roll, a cream, and a barbecue. Found them on Global, right? And you're at your fast food shop and you're like, which item should I make? You are better off making, hear me out. You're better off taking that bread roll and attempting to find cream. If you're able to find cream and bread rolls, make ice cream instead of burgers, okay? You're better off holding on to the beef that you found and taking the flour that you made from the night before and looking for cheese to make a pizza than you are making a burger. You make more money selling the barbecue as is. Like, don't even buy the damn barbecue if you see it. I mean, unless you need it in the game for something like epic projects and stuff, then that's one thing. But you're better off making pizza than you are making burgers. You're better off making ice cream than you are making burgers if you purchase the materials. So I would, if it were me, I would hold on to the bread roll until I found cream, and I would hold on to the beef and flour until I found cheese. That, if it were me, that's what I would do. And I would just sell the barbecue or keep it for, you know, something in the game like a repair or something. Now, that being said, it doesn't surprise me one bit that so many people have a hard time with making money, because if you look at the global market, the majority of the global market is flooded with burgers and sugar, two items that turn a very shitty profit. So, I mean, it's of no surprise to me why people are broke. Now, I don't know what these people are thinking, but they must be thinking, the only conclusion that I can come up with as to why so many people choose to make burgers is because they are tricked by the fact that it sells for the most money, so it must make the most profit. Because if you look at it, and I started analyzing this, and I went, you know what? I noticed a lot of, I started making a list of I made a list of items that make the most money. Then I made a list of items that make the least money per shop. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, yogurt, fire pits, burgers, beef. These are all things that turn a very low profit. But why is it that I'm seeing quite a bit of yogurt, fire pits, and beef on the global market if they turn such a shitty profit? And like popcorn, right? That's another shitty profit item. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, that's why, because these people are setting their shops up at night to make the longest items, or they're making the ones that are priced for the most money. So they're making less money at night and they're making less money during the day or whatever, because they're basically, those two decisions that they're making, I know why they're making them, but they're wrong to make. You don't want to make the longest item at night just to make it, okay? If it's turning less profit, it doesn't do you any good. If I tell you to make X amount of flour and you're going to run your shop for 5.5 hours, let's just say hypothetically, and it's just a number out there, okay? I'm not going to get into the specifics, but let's say that you were to run your shop for 8 hours for the nighttime run. You have two options here. Well, you have two things that you have to consider. You either have to run items for a total of 8 hours, or you have to run 11 items that are not running for 8 hours straight, okay? So let's say that I chose to make 11 flour and sell it for, let's just say, $6,250. Let's just say that that's what the 11 flour is selling for. Now, let's say that you were to make okay, so beef takes 2 hours, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So you made 8 beef. No, 4 beef. You made 4 beef. And you sold them for like they're $860 each. So you're making less than $4,000, and I'm making $6,250. Okay, so you're making less money than I am, even though you're running your shop for more time. Okay, don't be one of those people that's like, I'm just gonna run my shop for 8 hours and make less money than if I was to run my shop for 5 hours and make more money. At the end of the day, when you collect those items, what is the ultimate goal? Is the ultimate goal to make sure that the shop is running full time and making less money, or running a fraction of the time and making more money? And I cannot stress this enough, a lot of people make this mistake because they're tricked. They're tricked by the idea of, if my shop's not running, it's not making me money. Yeah, that is true. If your shop's not running, it isn't making you money. But if you're not on your game for 8 hours and it's sitting there and you come back to a finished product, at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to collect items to make the most money. So it doesn't do you any good to make items that sell for less just to run your shops for more time. Just because, I don't know, you want to? I don't understand that. So make sure that you're not doing that. Now, these list of items in the fast food shop are something that you're going to want to purchase anytime you see them. And hopefully after this video goes up, everybody realizes, hey, I need to stop making fucking burgers because they're stupid, right? Now, a lot of people will say, well, you know what? I don't make the burgers to sell them to the global market. I make them to sell them to the sim bubbles that pop up because they do a price markup. Now, we ran those numbers too. And I will tell you this. You still lose more money by making burgers and selling them to the sim bubbles that pop up. You still lose more money, but in each and every shop, versus if you were to purchase them. Now, burger farming has been really popular for a long time, and it's not necessarily a bad way to make money, but you need to purchase the burgers, okay? A lot of people make them and try to burger farm, and it doesn't work, okay? If you're making burgers and selling them to the sim bubbles that pop up for more money, because for those of you who don't know what burger farming is, basically what it is you're taking burgers that you've purchased, or you're supposed to be taking burgers that you've purchased for as little as possible. So even if they're at full price, you still make money. So, but anytime you can find them for less, you would want to do so. But anyways, people buy burgers, okay? And they buy a shit ton of them. Like, let's say they fill their storage up with them. Like, let's say they have like 500 burgers. And they wait for those little sim bubbles to pop up in their game. And the sim bubble does a price markup. And I believe they lowered it, but I believe the maximum price increase, and I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that it's 30%. Okay? Now, getting that sim bubble to pop up for burgers can be kind of difficult, because unless you have the majority of your storage taken up with burgers, it really likes to give you the thing that you have the most of. Not always, but the majority of the time, it asks you for things you have the most of, which is why you'll notice a lot of times it's asking you for your storage, dozer, and VU, because you hold those items in mass quantities to upgrade. Now, a lot of people don't like the fact that they have to empty out their storage, fill it with burgers, and then sell them to these sim bubbles. So people will not only buy burgers from the global market and sell them to the sim bubbles, but they'll try to make them and sell them to the sim bubbles. And by the time you get done making them and selling them to the sim bubbles, you lose money. Okay? So if you are going to burger farm, buy the burgers. Don't make the burgers. All right? Now, let's see. If you're unable to purchase any items from the barn, do so. Let's try to catch up with what we did here. Save your 2 extra flour and stuff to make pizza. Okay, we discussed all that. Now we're on to the appliance shop, which is the last shop. Okay? This one's very simple. It's just like the fast food shop. You're going to make TVs all day and all night. They turn the highest profit. That's what you're going to do. Now, here's the thing. TVs take 2 electric, 2 plastic, and 2 glass. Bulbs, light bulbs, they turn a very close profit to TVs. We're talking, let me pull up my thing here. I know it's on my screen, but whatever. Okay, TVs. Let's see. Oop. Shit. TVs sell for $1,280. bulbs sell for $890. TVs take 120 minutes. Bulbs take 84 minutes. Okay? You can see the per minute value here. If you purchase the materials, it's 7 cents difference. 7 cents. But if you are making the materials, and in this case, we are making the materials for the TVs, and I'm going to tell you why, because we haven't got to our factories yet, but at night, we're running electrical and glass in our factories for the TVs because they take the longest at night and they sell for the most, okay? So, but we can use them instead of sell them. So we're taking our nighttime production of electrical and glass, and then in the morning when we open our game, we're making a round of plastic. Now, that's enough to do all the TVs that we need to do in a day. So we're going to make 12 TVs in 24 hours. And that being said, the bulbs, they take one chemical. So because we would have to run chemicals sometime throughout our day or purchase them, there's no sense in making bulbs for that reason. And TVs turn a 7 cents higher profit if you purchase the materials. So if for whatever reason you don't have materials to make TVs, which there should be no reason, because if you're following the guide you would, but whatever, let's just say you don't. Maybe you're playing the contest of mayors and you ended up with chemicals and glass and electric versus plastic, glass, and electric. You can make bulbs to make a very, very similar profit. It's only 7 cents, okay? Now it's going to change. It's going to change more if you're making the chems versus making the plastic, because essentially you're using one of each item for the bulbs versus 2 of each item for the TVs. Okay, so it's really just a matter of what you want to do. But if it were me, I would make TVs because they turn a better profit. So you can sell the TVs for a total of $15,360. And let's see. As you can see right there, it says collect your 25 times glass, 25 times electric, and for your TV production. Okay, so now we're on to the factory. And here is your chart for the factories. And you can see one metal takes 1 minute and sells for $10. So the per minute value is $10. The wood per minute value is $6.67. And let's see. Why? Yeah. Okay, because there's no materials that go into it. It's a raw item. So it starts with metal at $10, wood at $6, plastic at $2.78. Seeds 1.50, minerals 1.33, chems 50 cents, text 50 cents, sugar 46 cents, glass 40, 39.38. Okay. So we're going to make, for our nighttime run, you're going to start with the night. I'm starting with the nighttime first because, again, we're doing a realistic gameplay, and you're opening your game in the morning to collect your nighttime run. That's the way that people play their games. Okay? Let me see how much time we're at. Yeah, I'm going to upload this, and then I'm going to start part 4. We're getting really close to being done, you guys. Trying to get through all this material is fucking exhausting. I've been working on this shit for weeks, though.